Denver Broncos, taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Tannehill on 3rd down. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
18 on the play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Ball carrier.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Henry.
1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
Justin Simmons on the
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
It's a pickup.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
25-yard line.
Now Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Eight yards on the pickup brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Broncos.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion. The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
That's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
At their own 20.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 4 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Evans, the Titan ball.
You know, projections for him were a little all over the board. Some saw him as a day 3 pick, maybe a little bit higher, but here he is, round 3.
I do know teams that had him listed as a first-round talent. I also had teams that had him listed as a day 3 guy, which is rounds 4 through 7. So him going in the 3rd round kind of fit in the middle. I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder wanting to prove that he should have been taken higher.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
To the air again, Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hamler now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Harold Landry.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and...
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. And he's got a noon one. And out of bounds on the other side of... Midfield at the 45.
Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a pickup of 6. 1st down, Denver.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent, who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back out on it.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now.
The tackle made by
back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
on the play.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And McManus able to put it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now this one complete to Corey Davis, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Tannehill on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown. Already his second touchdown here in this opening. Extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
This, Charles, the final game of the return to football weekend 2020, but we'll be right back at it in 3 days from now. Thursday night football, Cincinnati and Cleveland. No love lost between those two. A good one in the AFC North. Thursday, 8:20 Eastern on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. The 20. 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 75 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Tennessee.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made at his.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Broncos 3-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Humphries. Touchdown, Tennessee.
To Adam Humphrey.
3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Drew Lock once again leads the Broncos out. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And he's got room. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
This is unbelievable.
Wow, so... Wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Block working out of the gun. Got an open man, it's a new one. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the gun, Locke. Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Locke now on first down. This is the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
That's a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So third and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
Now, fourth down.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here first and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
What's the deal, dog?
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Tannehill now to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. Now it's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Tannehill's
working with a second and 3.
Davis, incomplete. It's now second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But now it's third and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Tannehill throwing again. That'll be caught. by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A.J. Brown.
Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Lock. Anunu's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Noah Fant.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 25 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's a
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
No good.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. They run the counter. It's Evans. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He was taken down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. And they'll go right back to Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And 8 yards to go.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Tannehill's pass intended for Adam Humphries.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
At their own 7.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Broncos will line up for the two-point conversion.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Adam Humphries on the return. The Titans take over first and 10 at their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Ball carrier.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They set up the screen for Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Henry. A gain of 12.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They keep it with Henry on first down. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Third quarter with
a gain of 3, second down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. The Titans on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A first down carry for Henry. And some room to work. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Derrick Henry.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there.
That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee.
A.J. Brown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jay Himmler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Jerry.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Judy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Locke looks to throw it again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, it's Locke. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jack Crawford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for
another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Henry, the ball carrier.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
1st down, Tennessee.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come. In for the stop.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go again here with Evans. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 41 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
The tackle made by Todd Davis.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Todd Davis. A 3-yard.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
And 7 at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tennessee, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.